Hi, I'm Kim Jones, and I'm your host for Create Your Business Breakthrough. Thank you for joining us here today. We're here to discover proven strategies to shatter overwhelm, manage your business, and love your life. And I have a wonderful guest for us today. I have Ronnie Tsunami with us. Hi, Ronnie.
Aloha, Kim.
Aloha. He is going to be talking with us about 5 critical steps to digital marketing and how to get out of that stress and overwhelm of digital marketing. Thank you for being here, Ronnie.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I love to chat and help people to deal with that overwhelm of social media.
Yeah, it is a big topic. Let me tell everybody a little bit more about you, Ronnie. He is the co-founder and chief marketing officer for Expertpreneur Academy, as well as a business technology and learning strategist who spent more than 20 years in the training and education industry. His programs have been implemented in over 10,000 academy institutions and enterprise organizations around the world, such as Microsoft, Time Warner Cable, the U.S. Air Force, UPS, and many more. He is also a certified network engineer, project manager, and solution architect who has previously served as a lead network engineer for the Secretary of Defense, as well as chief information officer for a national training company managing the business and technology training programs for 150 colleges and universities. So we do have an expert here in technology, and I'm so grateful to have you join us today, Ronnie.
You know, it's funny when you read it makes me sound like I'm pretty old. I guess I am old. I have a grandchild, just so you know. So I know
No
people are
way.
like, no way, and yeah, I do. I have my. So if we get interrupted here, it's my grandson playing.
Okay, well, grandsons are allowed. So Ronnie, I just love that you come with so much expertise because I feel like we can really get so much value from what you have to offer and from your experience. Obviously, you've built a career around this, and I'm sure gone through your own stress and overwhelm at different times. So please feel free to share with us what those breakthroughs were for you in building your successful career as well.
As an entrepreneur, and I fully understand the pain that we go through. I mean, granted, I work for a lot of enterprise organizations, but as starting my own business, there's a lot of resources and tasks that you don't normally do. When you work for someone else, you have your specific role, right? Your task. And as an entrepreneur, a business owner, you're wearing multiple hats that often make you stretch out of that comfort zone. Sales and marketing being one of those that a lot of people don't necessarily like because maybe their delivery of their product or service is what they do. They don't sell it or market it. So I had to go through that change. In fact, I was sitting down with Neil Evans, who was the CIO for Microsoft. He was one of the first. He was the first CIO of Microsoft with Bill Gates, and we were having lunch, and I was rolling out the Microsoft IT Academy, and he said to me, "Why do you call yourself a CIO?" Because I was a Chief Information Officer, and he said, for the college when I managed all those colleges, and he said, "You're a Chief Marketing Officer." And I said, "What?" He says, "You're CMO." And to me, that was the dark side. I was like, "Don't you dare! I'm a techie. Don't you dare call me sales or marketing." And it just seemed like, he was like, "Well, what are you talking about? You do product development, you do marketing." He goes, "You roll out new technologies with." He says, "You're a CMO," and it took me 10 years to embrace that and say, you know what? Yeah, I am sales and marketing. It's not the dark side, and to accept that new role. And a lot of times entrepreneurs don't. They want to stick to this one singular role, where as an entrepreneur, really you have to be open to expanding your roles, and especially when you're just starting out. And that overwhelm that people feel, it's natural, but that's what you do when you first start out in your business. And then as you grow your business, you can bring on more people, you can farm out, you can hire virtual assistants to take on certain tasks. But let's face it, when you first start your business, you do have to wear those multiple hats and and consider it a way to grow yourself. Learning new skills is the best way to grow yourself, and that's why I love training and education. My job for 20 years was to help people grow, step out of their comfort zone, and expand their horizons. And to me, the mission in life is to you live life to the fullest. You learn from your mistakes and your wins, and then you share those lessons learned with others. So that's what training and coaching. Kim, you're a coach just like me. That's what we do it for, right? We love being able to expand and grow.
Yeah, I love what you just said, Ronnie. That's really great. And I think the other thing that's really important for us as entrepreneurs and business owners is to focus on what our strengths are, and to the things that we do really well, and to ask for help or to hire for help in some of the areas that we may not be as savvy in. And that for me has been something that's really helped me step out of overwhelm and step into something bigger for myself.
Definitely. Here's the problem. A lot of entrepreneurs, we put blinders on because, again, we like to focus on what we know best, which is great. And like I said, we want to understand what our strengths are and do that. The problem is we focus on what we know best, and we still don't look even outside of what we don't do best. So if you don't know what your strengths and weaknesses are, how do you even know who to hire to help you with your weaknesses? Right, right. And so if you're doing this, saying, well, I'm just going to focus because everyone says I got to focus on my strength. I'm going, yeah, but you also have to know what you're not good at, so you can either choose to build up your strength there and take training, or farm it out and get someone in. And I'm like you, I like the 4-hour work week where I can farm everything out, as long as I can deliver the quality that I want in my business and the service that I'm expecting to deliver, and what my vision is. I say, hey, get as much help as you can because life is short. You got to enjoy what you can.
Yeah, and it's so important. I mean, we're doing something that we love, right? Where we wouldn't be doing this because there's lots of far easier paths to take, I think. But we're doing something that we love, but we're also creating a life that we love, and that's another theme of my summit is how to, whether it's a 4-hour work week or 40-hour work week, it doesn't matter. Everybody's choice is different. But how do you create a life that you love? For example, for me, I'm able to create and work a schedule around, when my kids get out of school, or it's summer right now and they're on vacation, and so I'm able to work a schedule around that so I can be with my family, and that's really important to me as far as being an entrepreneur. And one of the benefits that I have that other people that are working maybe a regular job, 9 to 5, corporate, don't have, and so I really value that aspect of the work we do too.
I'm there with you. And that's actually why when I started to get into coaching, again, I was building training and education programs for enterprise, right, large organizations. I'm talking 40,000 plus people. When I started working as a coach and individually helping these entrepreneurs and these other coaches as well, because really I help coaches who help others succeed, and they were overwhelmed with the biggest pain point, if you will, with their overwhelm was with sales and marketing for their programs, for their business. And naturally, digital marketing is a key piece to any business now. Digital marketing really encompasses internet marketing, social media, and mobile marketing. And we actually divide it into those 3 areas. So when I talk about digital marketing, I'm not just talking about Facebook. We're talking about everything from the search engines and how people can find you out there, to blogs and other forums where you can promote your business or engage and build a relationship, to mobile marketing where people use their phones, right? Everyone has one of these. We all have smartphones. And yet a number of businesses, because maybe they started their website earlier when they didn't have to be responsive being mobile friendly, where you can view it and navigate it with one thumb. Because a lot of people, this is all we do, one thumb navigation, and your websites shrink really small and you can't see it. Well, that's opportunity loss when people don't view your website because they can't see it on their phone. So things like that, people go, oh my gosh, I got to do digital marketing. And I saw this, what do you call it, Kim? Oh, that deer in the headlight look. When you, their eyes get real big and they're like, I got to do digital marketing? And I go, yeah. How are you going to promote your business? And they look at email marketing and they say, well, I don't know, people are getting their spam filters are blocking emails, and I know how many people really buy products online. My business is an offline business. I hear that all the time. My business is offline. I don't really know if I can use online. They're not understanding when people are looking for products and services, they're going online to look you up. And if you have no web presence, guess what? You're a mom and pop shop. They don't trust you. And people, at the end of the day, whether it's an offline business or an online business, people buy from who they trust. Why do you think, reviews are so popular like Yelp? People are checking you out first. How many times have you gone and looked up someone online and you didn't find anything about them, and you look up their name, you put in the exact name of their company, the exact name of their name, their individual name, and you still can't find them. Maybe they got some bad luck. Maybe they got a generic name like Mr. Jones or Mr. John Smith, but that's not an excuse. And I'm going to give this. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, so, some people say don't get hung up on the website, but my personal experience has been it's important to have something there. Like when I got started coaching, when I shifted from my counseling practice years ago to doing more coaching and now business coaching, I went ahead and just kind of threw a website up there, to be honest, just to get something up there so when people searched for me, there was something there. And then as I had more time and more clarity, I was able to improve that. And I'm in like a second or third stage of my website now and having someone else work with me on that. But I'm sure there'll be another stage. So would you say just getting it up there is okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Web presence. And I'm going to explain something. If your audience gets nothing else from this conversation with this short little Hawaiian guy, let me tell you, remember this one thing. Digital marketing is about your reputation. Okay, that's it. Digital marketing equals reputation. And here's the thing. If you don't do digital marketing, if you don't have a website for internet marketing, or you don't have a website that's viewable on smartphones and mobile devices or iPads, or you don't do social media, Facebook, because you think that's for kids, I got news for you. Then you have no reputation online. You have no reputation, period. Because again, people look when they want to research you, even if you're at a network meeting, people can literally look on their phone, look you up on LinkedIn or look you up on Google right before they shake your hand and go, I know what this guy is, I know what his background is, I know he's got a family, I know what he loves, he's into sports, and they're looking you up so they can engage in conversation. If I can't find you, I can't engage you in conversation, that's opportunity lost. So again, digital marketing equals reputation. And if you don't do digital marketing, you may have a lot of excuses. Some of them may be valid. Some of them you're making up just because you don't want to do the things required, the time and effort to do this. But if you don't do digital marketing, then you have no reputation online. Or, worse, someone else is writing your reputation. Because I got news for you. If you don't have anything out there, depending on your business, you may have competitors that are doing something to either discourage people from visiting you, or I've seen it where people will look up a business on Yelp, their competitors. And a lot of businesses, small businesses, don't grab their profile on Yelp. And what they'll do is they'll take that name of the competitor, build a profile that directs people to their website instead of their competitor's website. So basically, they steal your identity. And unless you know about it, unless you're looking for it, unless you're keeping tabs on that, guess what? Your reputation is not taken from you online. So if you don't claim your reputation online and speak for yourself, someone else may end up doing it for you.
Oh, that's great. I remember years ago thinking that way, like I need to go get my domain name even if I'm not ready to do something, because there's a lot of Kim Joneses out there. So if I don't grab that, it's not going to be available to me later. So I had that thinking just instinctually and went ahead and got my domain name well before I was really ready to really develop it. So
absolutely, and so you claim yourself, you claim your domain, and I mean that literally, domain, your domain, not just your name. You claim your domain on the internet. That's digital marketing. So if you don't mind me jumping in, digital marketing, to help you not get overwhelmed, I want you to remember 5 steps in digital marketing. And I don't care who's throwing the newest shiny object at you, the newest technique, the newest technology, the newest social media network you have to join. I want you to understand 5 steps, because I guarantee you with these 5 steps you're going to be able to put they're buckets, really, and whatever people throw at you, you can then put in this bucket, this bucket, this bucket, one of the 5 buckets. And the buckets are in order, so based on what stage you are in your business, you'll be able to know whether or not you need to worry about that new tool or technique.
Cool. Very
or
cool.
whether
Yeah.
you need to spend money
Dive in.
on that. So are you ready? So let's dive
Right.
in. So first step in creating a digital marketing strategy and doing digital marketing is you want to define your business. And this is extremely critical. This is the first step that you need to do to really make sure you understand who you are, why you're doing this. I want to know. In fact, here are the questions I want you to ask yourself. Grab a piece of paper. When you grab a piece of paper, I want you to write these questions down. 1, what is your mission? What are you trying to do? My mission, for instance, is to help those who help others succeed. So I help coaches, because coaches help others succeed. Trainers, consultants, speakers, authors, what I call expertpreneurs. So that's who I help. That's my mission. Then I want to know why. Why are you doing this? In my case, I know how powerful training and learning is, and I believe the mission in life, my mission in life, everyone's mission in life is to teach others, again, lessons learned. To me, it's a whole consciousness of knowledge that is passed from generation to generation. That's the meaning of life to me. Okay? So why I do this is because I believe by helping others, help others succeed. That's the meaning of life. So you need to answer that. So if I ask you, why are you doing this, you need to be able to tell me. Then once I know why you're doing it, I need to know, okay, what are the goals of your business? Your goal may be, and I want specifics. I want to help 100 people this year to overcome drug addiction. Okay, that's a specific goal. I want to earn $100,000 a year. You know, I want to, and as one of my great friends, Suzanne Evans, does, she's an awesome coach, and she teaches that, you know, don't have these lofty goals. I want to make $1 million in a year. Okay, how about this? How about we start with something smaller, like take the biggest salary you had ever in your career, the biggest salary, yearly salary, and double it. So if you made $50,000 is the top you've ever made, when you start your new business, aim to make $100,000 a year. It's more wrappable. Your mind can wrap itself around that concept. Okay, so I want those goals. Once you identify your goals, give me your target audiences, specific demographics. I target, for instance, coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, typically between ages 40 and 60. They've got a lot of experience, and they want to learn how to take that experience and share it with others, their lessons learned. That's my target audience. Some of you may focus on women or heart-centered entrepreneurs. What is your goal? And what are your target audiences? Once you identify target audiences, you identify the pain points. What keeps them up at night? Literally, what makes them wake up and go, geez, that scares the hell out of me. And then I want to know what your solutions are. So the next question is, what are your solutions to their pain points? And then who are your competitors to your solutions? If you don't know, type in your solutions in Google, see who the top 3 or 5 businesses that show up. Those are your top competitors. Okay?
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
then I want you to identify what are the differentiators between me and my competitors. Now, if you look at the list of questions, why, what you do, why you do it, what your goals are, who your target audiences are, what their pain points are, what your solutions are to their pain points, and what are the competitors to your solutions, and what are the differentiators between you and your competitors. That is a map. A map. That is step 1, defining your business. If you do that correctly, everything else will go smoother. If you do not do this, and I know a lot of you will not do this, a lot of you will say, I don't have time. You know, I kind of have an idea what I want to do. You jump right in. Without defining your business, steps 2, 3, 4, and 5 are going to get a lot harder, and you're going to do a lot of going back and forth. And you're going to lose a lot of time and money and because you didn't flesh out and define your business. So once we define your business, now we can establish credibility. I need to build your credibility. Think about this. Why would anyone trust you? Now that you've defined your business, you need to, and you understand who your target audiences are and what their pain points are, what your solutions. Why should I trust you? What makes you credible? So I want you to document what's the training, the schooling you have, what degrees do you have, what courses have you taken, who have you studied under. Maybe you're an expert, you've had 20 years experience in this particular field. I want to know about that. What are your wins? What are your case studies? Maybe you have videos that showcase what you do. Maybe you build things like maybe you're a contractor and you build and you have videos of things you've built or the process. All of those things help to build credibility. Right? When people see a video, oh, that's cool. Testimonials. Text testimonials are great, but video testimonials are even better. Right? Picture's worth 1,000 words, but a video is worth 2 million. So have those videos ready and testimonials. So we want to build your credibility. Now, once I do that, comes step 3. Once we build your credibility, again, take a look at step 1, where you define your business so you know what's credible to your target audiences. Then we can start to increase visibility. Increasing visibility means using social media now to get the word out about you, using search engines to build your visibility and making sure that you can be found on Google, Bing, and Yahoo, top 3 search engines. And there's a number of other business directories you can be listed in. In fact, I typically get people into 80 to 100 business directories if they're local, if they do local business.
So Ronnie, I think one of the things that you're really talking about here is creating that clear message so that once you dive into digital media, you're sending the same message. It's all consistent across
exactly
all the platforms. Yeah.
You hit it.
Perfect.
And that consistent message, think about it. Those 3 steps, if you define your business very well, take the time to do that, you can easily share that vision with someone else. So if I've got partners or VAs or investors, I can give them my document. What I just showed you, those 6, 7 questions, is called a concept document. I can share the document and share it with others very quickly. Number 1, once I define it, I build my credibility and increase my visibility. Credibility plus visibility equals reputation, which equals digital marketing. Got it? Think about it. And here's the thing. People sometimes jump. They'll build or increase their visibility first before building credibility. And here's what happens. You ever go to someone's website, got a link, maybe an email, saw a social media post, something, click on it, you go to the website, and you look at it, and nothing really impresses you. There's no testimonials, or maybe they got 1 or 2 testimonials. 6, by the way, is the magic number. 6 testimonials. So people are like, oh my gosh, who the hell is this? They don't trust you. And they bounce. We call it a bounce rate. They go to your website, they don't stay long, and they bounce. Okay, that's why you want to build credibility first. You build credibility, now people look at it. Now that traffic that you're driving to it makes more sense. I know a number of people, entrepreneurs, who spend a lot of money on Facebook ads. And they drive traffic to a website, and but they don't have anyone sign up for their opt-in giveaway or buy anything. And they're like, no, advertising's useless. And they don't understand that on their site alone, they haven't built the credibility. So do this in order. Define your business. Build credibility first. If you just started your business and you don't have a lot of testimonials, look at industry stats. Why? So, and you can even pull them from other people. Wayne Dyer says that blah, 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 blah. 20% of people are not happy, and 80% are really not happy in life. That makes 100%. Blah, blah. So pull up the industry stats, but build credibility for your mission while you're doing this, okay? Your solutions. Then increase visibility. If you do it in that order, define, build your credibility, and then increase the visibility, now you have maximum reach. And really what we call, and when I say maximum reach, you're really bringing in most people, and you have the better chance of converting them when you do it in that order. Once we build the visibility or increase the visibility, now we can go to step 4. And in step 4, we're going to capture leads. Now you can capture leads. Because often you don't get a second chance. And you got to put your best foot forward. So put your best foot forward. You built your credibility. You've increased your visibility. Now you want to capture leads and providing some incentive for them to provide their name and email address and cell number, if you can. I'm going to explain why. When you capture leads, you need to make sure, well, number one, that you even capture the lead in the first place. I've seen too many people do this, and you know who you are. On your website, you put sign up for my newsletter. And you say, that's the lead capture. Let me tell you, no one wakes up in the middle of the night, at least Sasovich says this all the time, no one wakes up in the middle of the night and goes, oh my gosh, I should have signed up for that newsletter. It's not a pain point. So I want you to go to step one. Look at where you define the pain points of your target audience, and I want you to create a solution. If their pain point is that they can't send their kids to college, then I want you to write a document that addresses that pain point. 5 ways to quickly raise money for college fund. Okay, I want that. I want it to where people would spend $50 or more for it. That's the giveaway. If you can provide that value, capture leads, I guarantee you people will sign up for it if you're driving the right traffic. And again, by defining the business in step one, you should be able to do this better. You're going to have a giveaway that's going to entice people to give you their contact information, which is valuable, okay, because it's going to resonate with them. Okay, so make sure you capture leads that way. I often say also, in addition to email addresses, try to capture cell numbers. If you don't feel comfortable requiring it, make it optional, but give them the option. Here's why. More and more people buy and search for products by cell phone, okay? And people keep their cell phones on them all the freaking time, right? We know this.
Yep.
On their phone, like I've got calls coming in right now, and on the phone, when they keep it with them, they read text messages very fast. In fact, think about it this way. It takes the open rate when you send an email. The open rate for emails is between 10 and 20%, depending on which report you're looking at. Okay, 10 and 20% within the first 30 days of receiving. So within 30 days, you might get 10 to 20 people to open an email out of 100 people you sent. With text messages, it has a 97% open rate within the first hour of you receiving that message. Not 30 days, hour. It is 720 times more effective than email. That's new business. Okay? So, again, a way to capture leads, and you want a system that allows you to then share those, or not share those, but access those leads and be able to communicate with them. Aweber, Infusionsoft, Entreport, Premium Web Cart, One Shopping Cart. These are all systems that allow you to capture leads and contact them. Okay. Next, the last step, generate sales. If we can do these other 4 steps, define the business, build credibility, increase visibility, and capture leads, now you can try to convert those leads into sales. You can generate sales. That's the communication piece, being able to provide a special offer. And if you did step 1, again, everything goes back to step 1. If you do that, you now know their solutions, their pain point solutions, and you can provide offers that make sense to them, and they trust you. You're communicating with them. We call it relationship building or tribe building. People who are fanatics about you. By the time they get to step 5, you can generate sales easier. And again, if you take a look at those 5 steps, the whole message of this interview is you don't have to be overwhelmed. If someone throws a new technology like a new email system, you can say, well, which place? Does it allow me to capture leads or generate sales? It goes into step 4, step 5. If you're still in step 2 trying to build credibility, well then maybe you shouldn't worry too much about this. If someone says to you, oh my gosh, I've got a new WordPress plugin. My new WordPress plugin allows me to JV, do joint ventures and partner with other people. Well, that's lead capture. That's step 4. If it, social media. Oh my gosh, I'm going to use. Everyone keeps telling me I need to go to Pinterest, and I need to have all these pictures and have links from videos to pictures, and I don't know if I should learn it. Well, let me ask you this: have you got to step 3 yet? Increasing your visibility. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I think you're not overwhelmed. It's so important.
You can deal with the overwhelm, and it's 5 steps. So now digital marketing, your online reputation, is much more manageable in your head. If you can think about it that way, hey Ronnie, it's just 5 steps. Then you can go through and you can ask for help. There's people that can help in each of those steps, but you need to be able to organize it and put everything together and understand the full big picture, and then you can drill down.
Yeah, I like how you create a structure with this for people to look at it and say, which step am I in? Because like you said, there's all kinds of information out there, and there's information to help you in each of these steps as well. But the overwhelm comes when you feel like too much is coming at you, and it's just like, ah! So
I mean, you can literally put your hand up. When people talk to you and you're like, I'm on step 3 right now, I'm trying to increase my visibility. Okay.
yeah. And I like that because it gives business owners permission. We feel like, I got to take it all in, and kind of back to what we talked about at the beginning, I need to know everything. And so it just gives you permission to be where you're at. I like that a lot. And one tip or strategy that I've used is I just have a folder in my email, and I have a folder on my computer, and I have a bookmark folder on the internet. Whenever that kind of stuff comes across and I'm like licking my lips for it, but it's not time, I just file it there, and then I feel like I've done something with it, and I can go back to it if and when I want to. Sometimes it feels hard to let things go for people, so just have a place you file it, and then you can come back to it when the time is right.
Exactly.
That's cool. So let me ask you about social media.
Yeah.
What do you feel is the most powerful way for entrepreneurs and business owners to use social media?
Yeah, social media is very far-reaching, but it really depends on what your line of business is and what your goals are, who your target audiences are. Because again, if you're a B2B, if you provide services to other businesses, then LinkedIn is extremely powerful because it is built for businesses. LinkedIn and Twitter. Okay, but if you have a client base that's more consumers, right? Then if that's the case, B2C, then Facebook is a great place to do that. But again, even the B2B presence can be done on Facebook. So even if you service businesses, I'm not saying just do LinkedIn, but I'm saying you might want to concentrate your dollars on LinkedIn advertising and put maybe just a little on Facebook. So again, the answer to your question is it varies. It really depends on who your audience is. For instance, if you have retail product, let's say it's jewelry for women or anything for women, one of the great sites is Pinterest. Why? Pinterest, at least in the U.S., is 70 to 80% women, and women love to share stuff from their phone. They snap a picture, share it. Pinterest that's the growth of Pinterest. Pinterest is the fastest growing social media network, and Pinterest allows you to have links that can go directly to your website, which may have a storefront. It's very powerful to do Pinterest if you have a strong female clientele. So it really varies. I like Facebook as a general starting place because you can create your own business fan pages and start there, point people, and it's all about the relationship building and getting. It's just think about it this way: sheer numbers. The sheer numbers on Facebook mean everybody. I don't care what your business is.
Now, if someone starts a Facebook fan page, what's the best way or what's the best strategy to grow those numbers that you're talking about?
Well, in addition to the fan page, creating the fan page isn't going to drive them. People, it's not that story where if you build it, they will come. That's
right.
often
and
not.
It a lot too, right?
Yeah, you have to building a fan page and then joining groups and other pages that have keywords that relate to your business. Look up. In Facebook, you have the ability to type in a word. Look up those groups and those pages of that complement what you do, that are in your space, and participate. You have to participate. And then when you make a comment or advice or provide guidance, you can say, oh, by the way, if you want more information like this, I love this, I have my own page at www.facebook.com/whatever. Then that drives traffic. But that means you have to engage, or a virtual assistant of yours or someone on your team needs to go out there and participate in different groups. A lot of groups are free.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, and it can be very, very time-consuming. So it's important when we talk about overwhelm to have strategies for that too, and to set a time limit. Like, I'm going to spend this amount of time on this each day, or it's an area where I've seen many, many business owners get stuck and spend all their time, following that trail online and not doing the work that is right in front of them or that can be bringing them money right now.
And a powerful one, I would be remiss if I did not say this, is YouTube. YouTube video marketing is huge. Everyone likes the visual stimulation. TVs now come standard with the ability to connect to the internet and view YouTube videos. So guess who owns YouTube? Google. If Google owns YouTube and 86% or more people go to Google first, guess what pops up first? In fact, when you want to be found on the internet, it can take up to 30 days to be indexed by Google, meaning if you submit your website to Google, it may take up to 30 days for you to be seen. It will take anywhere from an hour to 24 hours to be seen when you post a YouTube video.
Good tip.
So phrase your videos that way where people can find you, and that will drive more traffic. And you can direct it to your Facebook page if you want.
Oh, I like that. So, Ronnie, we're kind of getting close to wrapping up here, but you mentioned smartphones, and I want to know, like, what your thoughts are on how to leverage that channel for our listeners if they're in that stage.
Right. Again, what is that? What is smartphone? What's the power with that? You want people to be able to view you. You want to increase your visibility. So here's the thing. So that's step 3, right? So smartphones. What happens with smartphones is people need to be able to view your website. We call it responsive. And when you have a responsive website, what that means is that when people view your website on a phone, it changes it so that they can actually read the text. Excuse me. And what that also means that they can navigate quickly. Have you ever gone to a website on your phone and it was so small that you had to pinch the screen to scroll it and make it bigger? Well, that takes often 2 hands, right? One hand here to hold the phone, and then you're pinching and scrolling, and then you're looking at it. And the numbers say that 97% of people, when they can't view a website quickly on their phone, will end up leaving that website. So that's 97% opportunity lost simply because your website was not mobile friendly. So what we want is a website, and so what you'll need to do is make sure that if you use something like WordPress, make sure the theme you're using is responsive. Again, most times it is. If you're using another platform like Weebly or standard HTML, again, they often have mobile capability, mobile websites, but often you have to turn it on. Sometimes it's not automatically on. So you want to make sure your website, and I call it one-hand navigation. I want to be able to hold my phone, quickly scroll through. There's often a little icon that has a menu. You click on the menu, and I can see all the links. So you want to make sure your website is organized in a way where when someone clicks menu, it's easy to see the about us, the services, testimonials, contact us. And again, your forms are easily seen here. And here's another thing, important. With smartphones, iPhones are prevalent everywhere. But people say, well, there's more Android phones than iPhones. Here's the thing. People with iPhones or with iPads tend to be a more affluent market. Don't talk to me. Don't shoot the messenger. That's all I'm saying is that if you want to make sure that your website is viewable on an iPhone. And here's the thing. When people create graphics or videos, sometimes they're using old technology, flash technology. Those flash technology videos aren't viewable on an iPhone or an iPad. And then, or their forms aren't. And they're like, man, you got all your friends going, I can't see anything on my iPhone. And you're like, you know why? That form or that video you're trying to show off to help you generate that sale isn't viewable on it. So that's why I talk about mobile friendly. You want to make sure it's mobile friendly on both Androids and your Apple iOS devices like iPhones and iPads.
Yeah, I think that's really important to make sure that there's this ease of use and access, because otherwise, like you said, people just bounce off and aren't interested in. We're living in such a instantaneous, give it to me now world right now that if it doesn't come easy, people just move on.
Next. Next means your competitor. They're going on to the next competitor. You don't want that. Next is not a good word.
Wow, this has been just so chock full of amazing structure, information, lots of great tips and strategies. Thank you, Ronnie, for all of this. My understanding is you do have a gift for our audience today, so I want to give you a few moments to talk about that with us.
Yes. Well, I'm with Expertpreneur Academy. And again, expertpreneurs are speakers, coaches, authors, consultants, anyone that wants to share their expertise with others. So we've created a special toolkit for you. If you go to expert, as the expertpreneur, as an entrepreneur, expertpreneuracademy.com, and Kim, I believe you have a link to that as well on your website.
I
But
do.
expertpreneuracademy.com, when you go to that, you're going to see a register now link. Click on that link to download. You'll be able to download a toolkit, and it's for expertpreneurs who want to create an info product. But it's really, if you're trying to create any product, it's a toolkit, and it has several documents. It's guides, it's templates you can use. I even have a Google Hangouts guide over there. It's a really great toolkit for anyone that's trying to build a product, to share their expertise, build a coaching program or service. Okay, and it's completely free. Just go to expertpreneuracademy.com, click on the link right there at the top. You'll see it, I guarantee you, and sign up.
Ah, thank you so much, Ronnie. This sounds great. I think I maybe needed to look at that before I started this interview series. I've learned, just so everybody knows, I've learned Google Hangouts, and it's not hard to learn, but I'd never used it before or done any video like this prior to doing this series. So it's been a great opportunity for growth and learning for me too. So hey, now it's going to be easier because Ronnie has the template for you. Awesome. Well, Ronnie, thank you so much for joining me today. This has been really great. I've really enjoyed listening to you and getting to know you a little bit more. I hope our listeners can, have written down what you've talked about and can really maybe just look at your paper and circle 2 or 3 things on that paper, things that you can take away today and start implementing. Again, get out of overwhelm. You don't have to do it all at once, and just take things one step at a time. So. And
just remember that it's extremely, Kim, you do an awesome job. I know that, and you're coaching and. Yeah, I've just admired you for the work you do, and I want your listeners to know that as entrepreneurs, don't give up. I know the overwhelm can seem like it's pushing you down, and it's not just overwhelm with the business itself, but you have your family and everyone going, hey, what are you doing? And sometimes it can be very depressing, right, at times, let's face it. Yeah. So, but understand, with systems in place, systems like my systems, mine's not the only system out there, but there are coaches with great systems to help you deal with that overwhelm. It can be done, and there's a lot of great help out there. You just need to be able to, one, be open to learning from someone else. Be coachable, as they say.
Yeah, I like that. And don't give up. Like you said, we are going to get stuck in steps at different points in our careers, and times maybe your business is really successful and you're going through a growth phase right now. So it's being able to push through that and to keep going, and having systems in place is the key way to do that. So thank you, Ronnie, so much for being here with us today. I really appreciate it.
All right, aloha.
Aloha to you, and thank you to all of our listeners here with Create Your Business Breakthrough. We are winding down this summit, and it has been such a pleasure to bring just these inspirational speakers to you on a daily basis. I hope you're getting a lot out of it. And if you, again, have any kind of feedback you want to give me or any questions about our speaker today, feel free to email me, kim@kimjonescoaching.com. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great day. Bye, Ronnie.
Bye-bye.
All right, take care. Everybody have a great day.